Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to episode 1 of Runes of Magic, How to Be a Tryhard. And today we're going to be doing a introduction of the, what's it called, the fusion system and all that shit, and dirty statting your gear. As you can see, I've got a few stuff dirty statted there with all the stats and shit. People that don't play this game probably have no idea what I'm talking about. It's a bit hard to explain. I'm going to try and keep this as short and simple as possible without going into too much of the technical rubbish, and yeah, we'll see how we go. There'll be links in the description as well for everything you'll need, so we'll get started now. Alright, first off, it's going to cost you about 50,000 gold for each item that you're going to stat, and yeah, for your other character or for the tune that you're playing. And you're going to need the auction house add-on. I'll leave a link in the description so you can go and pick that up, and you can use that to do it. You're going to need 3 fusion stones. They're going to have to be the same type. Of course, I'm just talking about dirty statting. I'm not talking about going in the item shop and buying purified fusion stones and crap. So we're going to get 3 fusion stones that are the same type. We're going to get 3 pieces of gear as well from the auction house, and we're going to use those to combine with the fusion stones. And we're going to have 1 piece of gear that you put all the stats onto. And so first things first, what you're going to have to do is open up your auction house. When you've got the add-on, you've got these little filters here on the side as well. They help when you're looking for certain fusion stones. But first we're going to have a look for the pieces of armor. So you click on your armor tab. In your level range, type 42 to 55. Click search. Wait for it all to load up. And basically you're going to click on the auction price and filter everything out. So you're going to get all the cheap ones, all the cheapo stuff right there. You don't want to spend more than like 20k on gear that you're only going to be statting anyway, so you want to keep it as small as possible. And you want to be looking for, it doesn't matter what type of gear it is, you just want to be looking for stuff with green stats like that. That's got 35 wisdom, it's Spirit X, and that one's got Spell X, things like that. It depends on what class you're using, but you can there'll be a link as well for a web page you can open up. A dude's written an awesome guide on all the different classes and the kind of stats they need. So you want to buy 3 pieces of gear. I've already bought some gear, so I don't need to buy any, but you want to buy 3 pieces of gear. Try and keep it under 20k, and just find something with a really good stat, so Spell X or Spirit X, or something with 30 stamina, things like that. Buy out 3 pieces of gear and then grab them from your mailbox. And the next thing you want to do is look for fusion stones. Now when you search, when you don't have the auction house add-on, all the fusion stones and stuff, you'll get like a huge range of them. Now what this does, the add-on actually does, is it lets you filter them out. So I could find one that's got maybe stamina, light resistance, and it'll filter them out with only fusion stones with those 2 stats. Now you want to find 3 stats or 3 fusion stones that have the exact same stat. So there's 2 there with defense, so I'll try to find one with defense. So I've got a fusion stone, 3 stats that I'm looking for in there, and it's brought up quite a few. So there's one with 9 defense, 2 with 9 defense, 3 with 9 defense, and they've all got light resistance and stamina on them, so you want to buy them out. Also check the price. You can buy them from the vendor, but it's pretty random the kind of stats that you're going to get, so you don't really want to like personally I just jump on there and do it this way and just buy 3 straight up from the auction house, because a lot of the time, see, I just filtered out stamina, light resistance and magical defense. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and they've all got the same stat: stamina 1, light 1 and barricade 1. Alright, that's what you need to find. So you need 3 fusion stones like that with the exact same stats, 3 pieces of gear, and you're pretty much ready to go. Now I've got some here already. See, that one's got magical attack, wisdom and stamina, and then these 3 fusion stones have the exact same stats. It doesn't matter if they're around the other way. See, that one's got stamina, water, wind, and this one's got stamina, wind, water. They'll still come up the same. It's still alright. Alright, now to do the next bit, you're going to need 8 charges in your Arcane Transmutor thingy. So you basically want to open that up, which is the 3rd button in your backpack down the bottom. Put in your first piece of gear, your first fusion stone, and it'll make a mana stone tier 3. And you want to do that for the other 2 pieces of gear as well. That's the reason you look for gear or armor that's between level 42 and 55 is because they'll all be mana stone tier 3. They need to be the same tier in order to transmute them onto a piece of gear. Alright, so I've got my 3 pieces of mana stones there. They've all got the same first 3 stats, and then each last stat is different, or the individual last stats. Okay, so now that I've done that, I've got a piece of gear here. It's got 108 durability, so it's going to have plus 20 power. That's a piece of cloth gear I'm putting for my mage ult. So I'm going to put that in there, and then I'm going to put the 2 mana stones. And that's what will happen if I click confirm. It'll go like that. Those are the stats it'll have. See, it'll only have stamina, mist, and whiff, and then it'll have those 3 stats from the pieces of gear that I was looking for before. Now, if you do it a different way and you use different types of fusion stones, this is what happens. Instead of just having 3 eye stats, I'm going to have 4 eye stats. I've also got light and spell in there, and then I've only got 1 really good stat down the bottom. Whereas if I use the same one, that's how it'll turn out. I've got 3 really good stats and 3 really shit stats. So that's the difference. That's why you want to have 3 fusion stones that have the exact same stats. Otherwise you'll have something that looks pretty chatty. Alright, as well as having something that's a different tier. These are tier 3 mana stones, and this is a tier 4 mana stone. If I put that in there, nothing will happen. All the fusion or mana stones have to be on the same tier for it to work. Another thing as well, you want to use items that don't have any stats. When you're just dirty statting, you just want to use items that don't have any stats. Because I've got one here, it's got 3.6 dexterity. If I put that in there and then put my mana stone, then I'm going to have crap stats. It's going to keep the 3.6 dexterity that's already on there and get rid of one of my really good stats. As you can see, I've only got energy X and purity X on there instead of stamina, purity, and energy. Alright, so put that in there. Check out how it's going to turn out. Looks pretty good. Click confirm. And there you go. I've got a pretty decent piece of gear for my mage ult. And all this crap I'm going to chuck away or put in my bank or something. But that's basically it, guys. I'll quickly log on to my mage and we'll check it out, see how it all goes, how it looks. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you in a minute. Alright guys, so I just logged onto my mage and sent those pretty pants over, and this is what it looks like. This is what I'm currently wearing. The blue ones there, which is 15 defense and 15 magical defense, and the ones with the new stats, of course, they've got the 3 dirty stats and those 3 really awesome stats. 42 stamina and 48 magical attack is pretty good, considering that I'm only level 20 on my mage. So we'll chuck that on and we'll see what happens. There you go, 166 wisdom. I've got like 200 more health there, and I've got a ton more mana, so it's pretty sick. Good stuff. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and it was pretty informative. I'm going to leave links in the description for everything. I'll probably write something out as well, because it may do a better job of explaining than with me talking, because I get lost too easy. I got lost then, and all I was doing was pressing spacebar, bro. Alright, I'm going to put this up, and I'll catch you later.